Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a historical haunting video on the Poveglia Island. Poveglia Island is it's a historical island. It's had a really checkered history. It's got a lot of stuff wrong with it, and it's just not a good place. The island sits in the Venetian lagoon between Venice and Lido in northern Italy. It's a very small canal divides the island into two parts. An octagonal fort sits on the island. It used to be part of a series of forts. It was originally intended to control the entrances to the lagoon. Most of the others have been, well, I'm not sure what happened to the others, but one of them sits on this island, and it's an old one from the 1700s, I think it was. In 1776, historical date in more ways than one, the island came under the control of the Public Health Office of France. In 1793, of Italy, excuse me. In 1793, there were several cases of the plague on two ships, so the island was converted into a confinement station for the ill. The island was supposed to be a check-in point for people coming to Italy. And when the plague came in on a couple of ships, they just turned the island into a confinement area for the ill. It's called a lazaretto, is what they called it. This lazaretto was closed in 1814. Another historic date. I don't know why it keeps falling on that. I guess there is such thing as coincidence. I don't know. During this time, 1793 to 1814. It was used as a quarantine station for victims of the plague and other diseases. Essentially, the sick were sent there for 40 days to see if they would die or recover. Many were left there long past the 40 days and died anyway. Thousands of these bodies were burned. Now, I know that sounds harsh, but when you have really bad, serious illnesses, and you have no cure for them, sometimes quarantine is the only way to go. We were quarantined for a while with that lockdown here a while back. Nobody liked it. Maybe it was necessary, I don't know. My contention is this. When you know for a fact people are dying, and you know for a fact there's a way to quarantine people who have it so it doesn't spread to the other people, yeah, quarantine, I guess, is the way to go. Now, a lot of those illnesses have cures, or at least treatments, successful treatments. Back then, they didn't have it. Remember, this was 1793 to 1814. It's not like modern medicine existed. In 1922, the existing buildings were converted into a mental asylum. Just gets better and better. The hits just keep on coming. Later, it was used as a nursing home long-term care facility until its closure in 1968. Nobody likes those things, but they serve a function. It is not possible to know exactly how many people died on the island, but the estimates are as high as 2 million. Again, as far as the quarantine thing goes, the quarantining sick people, you can't really blame them. It's harsh, I know, but you can't really blame them. People regularly collected plague victims and bodies and burned them, so that was the standard treatment of the time. As far as the mental asylum, everybody knows how bad mental patients were treated in the 20s and 30s. Putting them on this island just adds to the problems. Centuries of torment, suffering, sickness, insanity, and death have left this island scarred. There's no way this place could be free of hauntings and restless spirits. Visitors have reported hearing footsteps and screams, as well as seeing lights, orbs, and even apparitions. If there was a place that's going to be haunted, this island is it. You got plague disease victims not to mention warfare. You know, warfare. You got the quarantine place. You got the warfare. You got a mental asylum, and then a place where old people were just sent to die. There's going to be spirits at this place. You can't get around it. If hauntings really do exist, Poveglia Island would be a prime location for them. And if you're going to be a ghost hunter or something like that, as I understand it, access to the island is restricted, but if you can get permission to go there, that would be the place to go. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.